Wait. We're Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, right? Why is Megan sitting here with a printer? Well, that's because Brother is now releasing a new fabric printer that we are very excited about here at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. So the printer here is the PrintModa Studio printer by Brother, or the more technical term is the HL-JF1. So what this printer does is it actually prints your own custom fabric, and it works seamlessly with Brother's Artspira app. So you might have seen Artspira pop up a little bit. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos about it, so if you haven't seen our Artspira video, go check it out because you'll get to see a whole lot of capabilities, but it works hand in hand with this printer so that you can do so many things. I've gotten the opportunity to play with it a little bit, so I'll show you some of the things that I've done using Artspira in the printer. So one thing that I did was they have these little custom bag patterns in Artspira. So I've got this cute little bag that I did. That's one of my dogs and one of my cats. One of the generic background designs that's in the software, but it gave me the complete instructions on how to make this whole little bag, including how to line it, how to bind it, everything. So that's one of the many printing projects in the Artspira app. They also had another cute bag pattern, which this one, I actually made that pattern that's on the background of this bag using the Artspira app and some of the things that they have built into it. So that was a really fun bag to experiment with, and it was a really fun sew. I used some decorative stitching too, because why not? I had the machine. But that was a fun project built into Artspira. And then, of course, I've got a little toddler at home. So I thought, why not push it to the limit? And here's some of his beautiful artwork that he's done for me. And I was like, that makes some cool fabric, right? So what I did was I printed out some fabric of what he did. Obviously, this one ended up a little bit more than life size, but it's still going to make a really cute project. I haven't decided what to do, but I wanted to point out what this fabric looks like. So when you load the fabric in, it is a fabric roll from Brother, but it's made so that it's a really good quality fabric, but it's got this kind of like shiny stabilizer in the back. So what that does is it makes it roll smoothly through the printer. The printer will automatically cut it at exactly the size that it needs. You can even see on the edges here, there's minimal waste, which I thought that was really, really nice. Because that was one thing when we first saw it. I was like, I don't know how much it's going to waste though. It really formats everything, so it's not, you barely have to cut anything off. So what is cool though is after you take that off, it's really pliable. You can add things like laminate sheets to it to make it last longer, but it really is a good quality. But that's not the fun part of the printer. The fun part of the printer is actually in the Artspira app. So let me show you what that looks like. The Artspira app is something that Brother has done for a little while, and they've added so much to it. So in the Artspira app, it wakes up and then gives us lots of categories here. We're going to do a whole video on Artspira as well, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But we're going to just talk about the printing part of it. So once you hook it up to a printer, it shows you a section called Printing Designs. And there are so many things built in here that makes it super duper easy for you to do. There's banner designs, there's photo frames, wall decor, which in these wall decors, they're more like quilting projects. So you can actually print out the different pieces and piece them together. There's quilt labels, which is really cool. I really like the ones with photos because with my little guy at home, I think it would be perfect to do that. There's also bags and pouches, so you can see I've made the origami bag and the dog print pouch. And then there's also tons of printing patterns. So on that origami bag, the print that I did was this tropical one that's second. But that's not the only thing you can do in the Artspira app with the printer. I can go down to New, and I can go to the New Printing section and go Geometric Patterns. And this is so much fun to get into. You can do patterns, or you can even pull images from your tablet yourself. So I will do one of the built-in ones here. But let's find a fun one. I really like that floral one, for example. I'm going to press done, and you can see it kind of turned it into a hexagon shape. That's not the only thing I can do though. I can choose what piece of a pattern I want. So maybe I don't want the super red, maybe I want it a little bit more white. You can see it changing on the screen. I'm going to hit check. Then I can do effect. And now I can completely change the look of it. So I can maybe make it blue, maybe purple, maybe red. That one's kind of psychedelic. I'm gonna go to that blue one, hit check, and then I can change the size. So, look how different that looks from what we originally were looking at. So I can truly customize these to whatever I want them to be. So maybe I kind of like it right about there. So then, when I'm done, I can hit save. Say, I'm gonna just call this play for now. It's gonna save the data onto my Artspira account. And now, when I go into one of those projects, I can pull that up. So let me go printing designs. Let's do a little label really quick. I'll do this one, create. We'll just do small. So then I've got my design here, and you can see when it does the labels, you can print more than one at once, which is great. And you can customize those. So I'm gonna change that into my patterns. And then where's the one we just did? Right there. And now you can see all of those changed into that design. Obviously, that one might not be the best one for this experiment, but that's why I've got other ones. So this one here I used using my son's handprints, just like we talked about. I've also got maybe this one that's a little bit more light. So you can really change them to be whatever you want. So a design like this is perfect if you're making a bunch of Christmas gifts and you want all the labels to match. You can easily do that. Same thing, I can click onto the different names, change those, the different lines, and then when I'm ready, same deal, I can press done up in the corner, and it says, do you want to save it? So if you are planning on making a bunch of them, definitely save it. Press save. It's mad at me because I've saved a lot because I've been playing a lot. So I'm going to go done, don't save, and then you'll notice on the bottom, it shows me the printer, what my print settings are. I can set it to borderless so it doesn't use as much waste. I can also allow for shrinkage because it is a cotton fabric, so it does have the chance to shrink a little bit. And then the print quality, there's fine, or there's like an eco mode so it doesn't use as much ink. And when I'm ready, I just hit print and it will print it for me. So I hope that this gives you some fun ideas that you can do with the Brother PrintModa Studio printer. We have been having a lot of fun experimenting here at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, and I can't wait to hear what ideas you come up with to play with Artspira and this machine. So show us what you make in the comments below, and we will see you next time.